All right, so hey, welcome. It's Eric Alexander, Vision Long Island. We're on stop 6 of the Long Island Smart Growth Awards tour. The first stop, we were in the village of Hempstead. We made it to the village of Westbury for a great plan. We were in the village of Lynbrook for a project under construction. We were in downtown Huntington for another project that's just about to start construction. And we were in Lawrence and Inwood by their train stations for a new plan that's going to come forward with the town of Hempstead. And now we're excited to be in Levittown, which is the community that really started the kind of suburbia here on Long Island. We're actually in a Village Green space that one of the 4 Village Greens that has transformed here from really an old bowling alley to a new assisted living facility that literally we're inside. Nobody's in yet. It's just starting. And what's exciting about it is that it's transforming a formerly derelict property. It is really worked with the public in creating the plan for here, and it's designed in a way that provides character to the local community, but also provides some housing options so people can stay in the community. So this wins the award for Housing Choices. So we'll get into all those details in a minute. We have folks who can get into that, into the details of the award. But just to say, we have a virtual awards program September 3rd at noon. So please tune in. You'll hear about this and all the other honorees. I also have to stop and say I want to thank our sponsors that are silver and gold level. We have First Equity Title, National Grid. Bartone and Terwilliger, 3rd Street Associates, Engel Berman, GPI, Heartland Town Square, Mill Creek, Cameron Engineering, VHB, H2M, RXR, PSCG, and People's Bank. I want to thank all the sponsors. We'll clap for those guys who keep the lights on for us. So definitely want to thank the sponsors. So that's great. We're getting these awards out to folks. It's really great to be out in communities and learn about these projects. We just did a tour of this facility. It's fantastic. So I went over some of the criteria of why we think this is a great award. We have Neil Lewis here from the Nassau Planning Commission and certainly a longtime planner and Sustainability Institute at Molloy. Neil, observations on this project and glad to have you.
Well, I just want to jump in and say a few words briefly. As Eric said, Neil Lewis, Executive Director, Sustainability Institute at Molloy College and longtime member of the Vision Long Island Board of Directors. Very supportive of something that Vision does every year, which is rather than just focusing on things we want to fight about, actually lifting up and identifying and acknowledging some really great projects. And that's part of what we're doing here today, which I think is awesome. As Eric mentioned, I've been in planning for almost 20 years now, and we all know the demographics of Long Island has changed. There is a tremendous need for housing diversity. We don't need just one single-family home. We need a diversity of housing choices, and what we're seeing here today is one that is really in great demand. There's tremendous interest in these kinds of facilities, and I think you're going to hear some really good stuff about their projects. I'll allow the owners to present their success story here. But I just want to say that the need is great, but also the need is great if the project is good. No one wants to see projects that are thrown together quickly. The standards here are really high. People expect exceptional projects. And frankly, that's what we're hearing about this kind of work. So it's exciting to hear this and really think it's awesome that we stay safe during all this time with the quarantine, but we still want to acknowledge some of the great work that's being done. And so very supportive of today's event.
Great. Thank you, Neil. Thanks for joining. So Alyssa Kyle, our Sustainability Director, she's reviewed all forms of projects across the island, and there's certainly a need in this. I don't know if you want to share with us some thoughts on this project or certainly the concept of having this project here.
Yeah, I think, hi. I think housing choices is such an important topic because having a diversity of housing is important to not just have housing at different price points for people of different income levels, but different types of housing for people at different stages of life, whether they're just out of college, getting their first apartment, having a family, wanting maybe a single family house with a yard, or as they get older, having a place where they can go, as their needs change and that sort of thing. And having a place like this right in the neighborhood allows people to age and stay in the neighborhood that they've spent so many years in and not have to relocate just because their needs have changed. So that's what a project like this is. It's so important to kind of add to the diversity of this neighborhood and kind of have a full and balanced neighborhood. Thanks.
So thanks, Alyssa. So this brings us to our honorees and the folks who built this development. And I guess sometimes it was that was it Superman who said boldly go where no man? No, that's Star Trek. Star Trek, boldly know where no developer's gone before, right? So these guys, Peter Flory and Len D'Amico, have found a way. People say you can't build affordable housing on Long Island. Can't do it. You just can't do it. It's not going to happen. These guys have found a way every year to get an affordable housing project built, with a level of excellence that really the communities really rally around as opposed to fight. And you see that all across Long Island. Then how do we get the price points down and also build with quality for assisted living and other types of senior services? And they're doing that too. And people say, you can't do that, but they find a way to do it. These are folks who find a way to get projects done working with the community with a level of excellence. And we're just honored to have them here and be in their building and see what this project's about. So I don't know who wants to come up first, Lenny or Peter, but Len D'Amico, come on down.
Thanks, Eric. Thanks, everyone, for this recognition. We've been working on this project now probably 6.5, 7 years. We took what Levitt thought was a great idea to build this community and support the community here locally with shops and recreation. And when the needs of the population changed, so did the community facilities. So when Peter and I had this opportunity to come in here and use this facility in a different way and still take care of the needs of the community, we thought it was just a fabulous opportunity. And here it is now 7 years later, and we really love the way it looks. The community is well behind us, and we're very excited to open it up. Unfortunately, we're experiencing some difficulties during this special time and hope to get past that soon. But I don't want to take up any more of your time. I'm going to let the voice of DNF speak for us, my partner and best friend, Peter Flory.
Thank you. I just want to say very quickly that we, in designing the community here, we spent a lot of time talking with our neighbors, getting their input, and I think that was a very valuable time spent because they offered us insights to how this would be, best put together. For example, locations of kitchens where there might be smoke emissions, etc. So a lot of discussion went into designing this community. They were very concerned about its height, that it be in conformance with the surrounding homes. And so it ended up as 2 stories. However, we were able to design a 3-story courtyard in the middle. So without violating any of their concerns or desires. So that all worked out very well. What we also have found is that this was a much revered bowling alley for many years since it was built in the mid-1940s. And many of the folks that we have met along the way spent hours in this bowling alley, loved it very much. We're very sorry to see it go. But we do anticipate that this new location will make a wonderful home for many of the folks that had spent a lot of time in the bowling alley as they come back and enjoy the new community. And with that, I think I might pass it over to Caitlin Convery, who is our executive director, who will speak a little bit about what is contained within our new community. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Caitlin. So like Peter and Len were saying, how this community used to be an old bowling alley. It's actually very interesting. Most of our residents who are coming and have deposited on their apartments and are waiting to move in, them and their children have actually bowled here historically. The community is designed to support our senior residents who are moving here to allow them to truly age in place. We'll have 103 residents total. We offer services such as restaurant-style dining, housekeeping, transportation, laundry services. We also have a separate memory care neighborhood for other residents in the community. The concept of our community is to allow our residents to truly age in place so they can enjoy their golden years and let us take care of their chores and things that they don't want to have to worry about anymore. And I'll turn it over to Eric.
All right, thank you. Okay, let's give it up for the DNF team. Great group. They're helping people age in place in a suburban neighborhood that we all care about here in Levittown. So, Peter, this is yours. And Lenny, come on down, guys. And Caitlin, get in here. So, congratulations. You're a Smart Growth Award winner. You guys have won a few times, but not new to DNF.